Well, I heard y'all out and clear last time. You definitely seem to like my dog more than you like me. So we're gonna have Luna run the show. Hey Luna, when you have a free minute out of your busy schedule, people want you to host Room Tour Project. Are you ready?
Hey guys, I'm Luna. This is my best friend Evie. I bit her nose off. But welcome to episode 133 of Room Tour Project. And, alright, I know what I'm doing. I gotta go now.
Alright, that's enough of the pup for now, but episode 133 is going to be a special clean and minimalist setup edition. Like I said in previous episodes, I like to have certain themes each week now, so we'll see how that goes. But if you see anything you like, I will have it all listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out. And we'll start off episode 133. This first gaming setup here is going to err more on the side of clean because everything here is really nicely organized and it feels just like a very professional gaming setup. I like how he's got the plants there, +1 for that, and he's really cutting down on a lot of clutter by going with the one ultra-wide monitor with kind of like a secondary display on the tablet off to the left side. But as for his monitor, it is a 34-inch curved ultra-wide from Acer, coming in at 3440 by 1440p with a 1 millisecond response time. As for his peripherals, mounted up on the wall on each side of his monitor are his speakers, the KRK Rocket 5, and into the rest of his gear we have a Mechanical Eagle Z77 RGB keyboard with a RAT5 mouse on a nice black extended mouse pad. And then for his headset of choice, he's rocking the Astro A50. Got the headset on a stand to cut down on clutter, and as you saw for his peripheral cable management, it was definitely tidy. And then right next to his desk, he also has some music and DJ gear. I'm not too familiar with it, but it's still a pretty dope looking setup. Now as for his PC, inside his Nzxt S340 Elite case is an Intel i7-4790K CPU with an Nzxt CPU air cooler. Got 16 gigs of RAM on an Asus Hero motherboard, and his GPU is a Zotac GTX 1070 AMP Extreme Edition. Everything inside seems to be going to this clean white and blue theme though, and that is just a really nice looking build altogether, but that can pretty much sum up this entire setup. It's like I said, very clean looking, great job on cable management all around, going for a primarily black setup build here, like I said though with some accents of white and the blue for the PC, but with those plants I can't tell if they're fake or not, definitely helps add some extra spice to the setup. So when I first saw this one, I thought it was just really refreshing. There's not a lot going on, so it's fitting into both the clean and minimal criteria here, and you got the bamboo. So mounted on a single monitor arm with some LED light strips behind it is his 24-inch ViewSonic monitor. And again, just having a single white strip behind the desk and his display itself in white just gives it a little extra pop while not being obnoxious. And everything here is going to this white and kind of like lime green accent color scheme, even down to his custom keyboard here. This is the Nzxt. Loving the simplicity to this board. That's going to fit in with his Nexus Revel mouse, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, on a glorious extended gaming mouse pad, and he is using a Hotline Games mouse bungee as well. And then for audio is a pair of Philips headphones. Get ready for this one, the SHP9500S. They're also hung up nicely on his Nzxt S340 case using a, I think they said it's a dish organizer, believe it or not. That's what I call improvising. So heading now into his PC, inside the Intel G4560 CPU on an ASRock B250 Pro motherboard, got 8 gigs of Crucial RAM and an MSI Armor OC RX 470 GPU. Got that white and black color theme on the inside with no crazy RGB lights. I like this guy. So just rocking the pure essentials here for a very clean and minimal setup. I can respect it. Just a breath of fresh air, you know? And while we show off a lot of crazy setups on this series, and even though this one doesn't have like 5 monitors sticking out its ass, this shows that sometimes scaling it back will still achieve that same effect. And oh baby, now we're checking out Nicolai's setup.
Nico, it's Roman. Let's go bowling.
Sorry, I just had to do it, and if you looked at your phone, give this video a thumbs up. Anyways, back to what's important here, and that is this great setup. Got the very warm tones going on with a nice long wooden desk, a nice wallpaper, the single monitor, some plants. This one's just crossing off the entire checklist that doesn't exist, but if it did, this guy has it down. And by the way, that chair, I know there's gonna be a lot of questions about it. It's called the Storm Mark II. I couldn't find it available in the US. Definitely seems to be like a European seller. For his solo display, which is also mounted on an arm, it is an AOC Agnon 34-inch monitor with a 144Hz refresh rate at 1440p. And also on a nice wide extended mouse pad here for its peripherals, we have the Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard. Going along with that is his Razer Orbweaver Chroma gamepad, along with his Roccat Nith mouse. And you see all the buttons on his Roccat mouse, plus you got the gamepad, and this guy macros. And then as for audio, his speakers, which look really unique, are the Altec Lansing Expressionist speakers, with the headphones being the Lansden FA891 in the walnut finish, fitting in perfectly with his desktop. Got some pretty choice peripherals here, I'd say. Then heading on over and checking out his PC, yet again we have an Nzxt S340 Elite case. I promise this is not sponsored by Nzxt, it's all coincidental. And with an Intel i5 8600K CPU cooled by the Captain Deepcool EX240 AIO. Got 16 gigs of G-Skill Trident Z RGB RAM and an NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti Founders Edition graphics card. We got some nice white braided cables here, a backplate for the GPU, yet another clean looking PC build. I always love seeing this, but of course it's gonna be that way because I picked them for this special themed episode. But all around a killer minimal setup here. I just love everything about this, and I think it really has to do with the overall color theme, because with the warm lighting and stuff like that, it really just makes this like, comfy. I know it's always kind of odd to say when talking about a setup, but tell me you wouldn't want to kick back at this thing and just, like take a nap or something. And even when there is no lighting, it still looks like a really chill setup just because the way he has everything laid out. Really, really great stuff here from Nicolai. And honestly, whenever you have a really clean walnut desk like this, it's just going to stand out. But now we're going to toss it over to Tom from the tech YouTube channel Byte Review. He even made us a custom video for the episode.
Hi guys, I'm Tom. I make tech reviews over here at Byte Review, and this is my minimalistic editing setup. Let's get started with the Ikea based desk. The tabletop is a Carby solid wood counter, and it's actually made for kitchens, but its big size makes it perfect for a desk. Holding that up is the annex drawer unit on the left and a trestle here on the right. I really love this setup. It's really huge, has a clean look, and works great for B-roll when shooting videos. My current editing rig is rocking an Intel i7-7700K processor, 16GB of Corsair Vengeance RAM, a couple of SSDs for Windows and ongoing video projects, and a 1TB and a 2TB hard drive for a few backups and games. My latest addition is a Gigabyte GTX 1070 Ti graphics card, which was quite a big upgrade over my GTX 760, which was feeling a little dated, especially while working with 4K timelines in Premiere Pro. To top it all off, I have a few white LED strips in there, and this little Inkling amiibo just sitting on the inside. That's all encased in the Nzxt S340 case in white, which fits well into the white and pine general theme. Monitor wise, I've recently changed to this BenQ EW3270U. It's a 32-inch 4K beast, which I initially thought might be a little too large, but it's actually a fantastic size to work on, and I can't imagine using anything smaller now. That's held up with a Von Haus monitor arm, which gives the screen that floating feel, which I really like. Moving over to the keyboard, I've been loving this Microsoft Surface Bluetooth one. I was a Mac user for a long time before switching to PC, and I always liked their keyboards, so this is basically a Windows version of that. It's wireless, the batteries last for ages, and it has much more key travel than the Mac equivalent. It's basically perfect for me. For a mouse, the Logitech MX Master is still my go-to choice. Speaker-wise, I'm still rocking some pretty old Harman Kardon sound sticks, which I've had plenty of fun comments about, but they do sound good. It's probably going to be the next thing that gets updated, as the aesthetic doesn't quite fit my overall design. To tie it all up, we have the very classic LED strip going along the back of the desk to give off that complete setup ambience. There's also a small wireless charger for my phone and a couple of potted plants to keep things feeling fresh. So that rounds us off. If it wasn't obvious enough, I really do like to keep things nice and simple. Anyway, a huge thanks to Frank for having me on his channel, and I'll hopefully see you all soon.
And then rounding out the clean and minimal setup edition, we have José here, giving us this very classy, modern look. It's got all that black accents, so you get like a stealth feel. I know I just mixed 3 separate words together to describe this, but you get what I'm saying. So mounted to the wall is his primary display, which is actually a Samsung 40-inch 4K TV. Did a great job on the cable management as well by taking advantage of something like a cable raceway to hide it there on the right side, with the RGB light strip behind the TV, gonna give it that nice glowing like halo effect in blue to match the lights in his keyboard. As for its peripherals, that is the Red Dragon Kumara RGB, so a very affordable RGB keyboard that has Otemu black switches inside. And as for his mouse, that is the Cooler Master CM Storm Hornet 2, spelled with a X. I guess in your Cooler Master you could start replacing H's with the letter X, and that is on a SteelSeries Quick mousepad. Now as for audio, I'm loving this shot here. His speakers are the Microlab B77BT Bluetooth desktop speakers. And then for his headset, hanging down underneath his desk is the HyperX Cloud Core, which is plugged into the FiO E10K amp and DAC. Definitely a solid choice here for a gaming headset. And then kind of in the back there, you can see his very tiny, discreet PC. Yes, that is mounted underneath his desk. That is certainly one way to keep clutter off of your desktop, is by mounting your PC. That case is the Silverstone SG05, and inside's an Intel i3 4170 on an ASRock Wi-Fi motherboard with 8 gigs of G-Skill RAM with an EVGA GTX 1050 Ti super clocked graphics card with some Samsung SSDs. I'm always intrigued and love ITX builds like this. So great stuff, Jose. Again, your desktop is kept down to only what you need, and that's pretty much just your peripherals. Nothing unnecessary, it's all simple and minimal looking, and I gotta give you daps for it. Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 133 of Room Tour Project, the special clean and minimalist setup edition, so I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget, check the links in the description down below for all the gear and hardware you saw, as well as some simple instructions on how to submit your setup if you want to be possibly considered to be on a future episode of Room Tour Project. Just check the links down below for everything. If you liked the episode, give it a thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp, and lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.